What's going on, fellow couch fam? We just witnessed a pretty decent game. I'd say it started out pretty crappy. Thursday night football, Cardinals at Seahawks, and got a little bit exciting at the end. But dang, man, I really wanted it to be tied for DFS purposes. I lost a little bit today. Live to fight another day, though. It was close. I was about to win big. Hopefully it was gonna go to overtime. We all like overtime in fantasy, don't we? Isn't that like a nice brownie?
Yeah,
Bonus
it's like more
points.
fantasy. Yeah, extra game for more points. It's a win-win for most people.
Yeah, it's lovely. We didn't get that because Andy Isabella. Oh my God, I was just talking about him. How I like him, and he dropped that. That was a dime, dude. He should have caught that.
That was horrible. See, that's why, you throw to Hopkins. You don't throw to Isabella. You throw to Hopkins. That's the guy that can bring it down. If you're trusting a guy like Andy Isabella, he's not going to come through because that's who he is.
That's why he's the number 4 wide receiver,
yeah,
I guess.
exactly.
Dang,
Exactly.
that was a great. I mean, it was a linebacker on him, then he was wide open, and then it went through both his arms, like right between.
And Kyler threw it with under a huge amount of pressure. Like he was about to get blasted.
Yeah, that was a dime. That was a great throw.
That was a dime. He would have been MVP unanimously if he made that catch, I think.
Why is Kyler throwing to Isabella on third down? Says Royal. Oh my God.
Exactly.
Any takeaways from the game? That's all I can think of is the end.
Well, I mean, I still think Kyler should win MVP, but this definitely damages his case a little bit if you think about it. Like, he was going head to head with the other second MVP candidate, and he lost. So
I actually have my MVP power rankings.
Oh, this is
what about Chase Edmonds? Yeah, I didn't even tell you. I just whipped this up. Like,
oh, nice.
Yeah, while we're watching the game. I mean, I had this, but I just wrote it right now.
Yeah.
What about Chase Edmonds and Drake? Two can coexist.
Well, I think Edmonds definitely salvaged his day with that touchdown catch by Kyler. If it wasn't for that, I think he would have had a mediocre day, and I would have been disappointed. But luckily, he did score, and there's enough offense to go around, I think, to support both for now, definitely. But it's definitely a risk. You're taking it's like flipping a coin if you want to start Edmonds every week.
Well,
which I have to do. On my team.
Are they as good as a duo as Nick Chubb and Hunt, or not quite there?
No, definitely not.
A poor man. Drake would be Chubb. A poor man's Chubb.
Yeah,
and sure. Edmonds would be a poor man's Kareem.
Hunt. Yeah, definitely. That's a good analogy.
So we got the MVP rankings. I am going to move Russell Wilson up one spot.
You have to
now.
After that.
Now, do we move? I got Patrick Mahomes at 3.
Yeah.
Kyler at 2. Russell at 1. But do we move Mahomes up a spot now?
I think we have to wait and see what happens this week against the Raiders. Because if they lose the Raiders twice, you're definitely not winning MVP. I'm sorry. That puts you down in the rankings.
All right.
So if they beat the Raiders handily, then maybe
it's close. So this is who I got for my MVP power rankings. Number 1, Russell Wilson. Number 2, Kyler. Number 3, Mahomes. Number 4, Kamara.
Oh, Kamara.
Number 5, Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers or Dalvin
Number
Cook?
6, Josh Allen.
Oh.
Number 7, Tom Brady. And number 8, Dalvin Cook.
No respect for running back.
Well, Dalvin Cook, he played very well against the Bears. The Bears' run defense was great. They played amazing. They just played better.
The Packers.
But he did miss a game, so that you have to count for some. He is a running back, and I mean, he had what, 2 incredible games, and that's what we remember really this year. I'm not saying he sucks. I mean, for me to put Dalvin Cook in the top 8 to actually win MVP, I think is respectful.
And just to be clear, we're talking about league MVP, not like fantasy.
Yeah,
MVP,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, so and this is how I did it. Just to be honest, it's like half what I think it should be, half like realistically what it's gonna be. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna put like a bunch of like Aaron Donald and Jair Alexander. Like we know those guys are probably not gonna win this anyway.
No.
So it's within the realm of reality, but still I'm trying to inject some players that I think deserve to be at least mentioned, and Dalvin Cook deserves to be mentioned. On Alvin Kamara, I think just clearly better than Dalvin Cook this year so far. I don't see it being close. Alvin Kamara much more consistent. I mean, look at the Saints. Imagine the Saints without Kamara. Imagine the Vikings without Dalvin, but the Vikings ain't that good though. No one's. That's the thing. Like Kamara's doing much better, much more consistent. He didn't get hurt. Dalvin Cook missed some time, and durability is a major factor to winning MVP. I don't know any MVP that's missed games and still won it. I think it's certainly possible if you miss a game or something, but I don't know. Right now he missed only 1 game, but 1 game out of 10 weeks, so or 9 games for them. They only played 9 games. They're 4-5. So something there. Let me know if you guys agree or disagree with the MVP power rankings, or if you guys don't care. I care. I find it a little interesting. Like, who's going to win MVP? It's obviously the biggest award. People get bonuses, right? In your contracts. A lot of them go, one. Or they might get a Nike deal.
Yeah,
you won
it's
MVP.
crazy. Kyler goes from Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year, to MVP in 1 year. That's a huge leap.
He's top 3 for sure. He's doing things we've never seen. Yeah. Not a big rushing day for him.
Yeah, they kept him contained. They wouldn't give him the edge a lot of the times. They forced him to either throw or take a hit. So, I mean, I think the Seattle Seahawks defense did a really good job tonight.
Yeah, they really improved, and they played smart.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. A lot of people thought their pass rush wasn't that good, but their pass rush is underrated. It's not bad. It's just they just sucked at pass coverage, and they did a lot better this game. I mean, they holding DeAndre Hopkins to whatever he had. I know it was like 10 fantasy points. Don't know about real life what it was exactly, but
one person who had a rough day was Patrick Peterson. I felt like he just had a really hard day at the office with guarding DK Metcalf. He was on the ground a lot, and it's just one of those games for him. He's getting old though, Patrick Peterson. He's not really a shutdown corner anymore. I think he's a little past his prime, but I mean, I guess anyone could have a hard time guarding DK.
Yeah, but he's not. He's just not what he used to be. Is all.
Yeah,
it is what it is. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. He's like Champ Bailey when Champ Bailey started falling off at
his last 3 years. Yeah.
Yeah, on the Broncos, or Nnamdi Asomugha on the Raiders before he just lost it.
Yeah, Dak brings up DK Metcalf got hit in the helmet. He was wide open.
He got hit in the pinky.
What was that? Oh my god. I don't know. I feel like it was a somewhat frustrating game, but still good, close game and MVP battle. We'll see. Maybe Mahomes will slide into the number 1 spot after this Raiders game.
Well, he better win though, because he looked pretty bad last time he played the Raiders.
Okay, Russell Wilson, Kyler, and Mahomes. Do you think there's a realistic chance anyone else wins MVP?
No, 0. Maybe Tom Brady. Maybe if Tom Brady obviously goes to the Super Bowl, but he's
so inconsistent.
Yeah, but I mean they'll do it if he takes him to the Super Bowl somehow.
Wait, doesn't that not matter at the postseason?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's true, but I just feel like if he even comes close, they might do it.
Because like Lamar didn't do well in the postseason.
Yeah, you're right. He did not, and it didn't.
He won. Yeah. Kyler's doing what Lamar did last year. Not
better, actually. A little bit better statistically.
so, man, it's gonna be fun. So, we're gonna keep this short, and we'll answer your fantasy questions, guys. Give us good questions, good topics. Short questions are welcome. So,
By the way, go ahead.
so
Sorry.
we don't torture our audio listeners. It's up to
Yeah,
you. Make this podcast decent. Don't kerplunk this podcast. Don't make me regret this Q&A session that we're about to have.
I just want to tell our listeners that I'm currently going on a juice cleanse right now. So I'm very, my body's going through, feels a little shaky, but it was much needed. When you get older, you got to take care of your health. So this was a reboot that was much needed, but I just finished day 2. Day 3 is coming up next. And, just trying to stay strong. So anyone who has gone through a juice cleanse, please leave a comment below and tell us how your experience was. Please share with us.
The hell are you talking about?
No one does that, or no?
No one's doing that. Okay, what do we got here? I got 23.7 points to start off this week. DK got me 13.6 and Hop got me 10. What happened with D-Hop Couch? Sometimes he's up, sometimes he's down. I think that's the life of a wide receiver. If you don't have Devontae Adams, or actually, you mean Stephon Diggs, who's extremely consistent as well.
Stephon Diggs. Or Tyreek Hill.
Well, he's not as consistent, but he's
This year
he's been pretty good, Yeah, you're going to have to just live with those ups and downs. Think you could have Mike Thomas right now. Imagine that. It could be worse.
That means you lost already, so.
Yeah.
Season's over.
So they were disappointing for you, but it's going to happen with wide receivers. It's just 1 week. We saw DeAndre Hopkins did well last week. And DK Metcalf did not. So it is what it is. DK Metcalf makes a couple bonehead plays though here and there. He drops, he gets hit in the binky, this and that, and he's really got to fix that. Like I'm never gonna see DeAndre Hopkins get hit in the head and not catch the ball.
I think he can't handle the fastball sometimes that Russell's throwing out there from short range. Like he throws some heaters. He was a major league pitcher.
Yeah, it wasn't a slow ball, but it was. I mean, it wasn't super close, and he was wide open, and they do practice. It's not like, oh, crap, I never got a ball from Russell Wilson. It was a little, and it didn't bounce off his hands. That's the thing. It bounced off his helmet. Like, he just wasn't ready for it.
It was coming in hot, though. Like, he looked up, and the thing was already
But still, like, I don't know.
Yeah. He should do better, obviously. Well, maybe that's why he dropped to the second round.
Yeah, he's been making these type of mistakes, like he has.
If he didn't, there's be no reason for him to slip.
Yeah, I mean, he would literally be Calvin Johnson, and he wouldn't have slipped. Yeah. So, but no, he's still great. He's still a great receiver.
Sure.
He just has to improve.
Yeah.
Thoughts on Jameis Winston this week? Will Taysom Hill ruin his fantasy outlook?
Probably, but I'm bullish on Jameis. If he is going to do well, it's this week against a horrible Falcons secondary defense. So, Taysom Hill's probably going to vulture some opportunities at the red zone, but, you got to take your chances this week.
Yeah. So let's say Taysom Hill's going to get more snaps than usual, but when you got a quarterback facing the Falcons, I think it's good. I think Jameis is worth a spot start this week. Now, if Jameis,
would you start him over Lamar though?
No, not a chance.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, Lamar still gets rush yards, even though he's a disappointment. He's still QB1 territory. He's still getting rush yards. Like he's not, not startable. No way. I'm starting Jameis over Lamar. Not a chance.
Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure we're still on that, thinking.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
How you feel about James Robinson this week? Have him in 3 leagues and don't think he's going to do so well. Now, they play the Steelers, right?
Yeah, that's not a great match. And he's a little banged up, too, from what I've been reading.
I would tinker on starting him because...
You have to. If if you have him, I think you have to start him.
You know, what other options you got here
Yeah.
other than James? There's not a lot of running backs.
No.
James Robinson or Mike Davis? Oh boy, I'd probably
Ooh,
start
one.
Mike Davis.
Yeah, I'll go Mike Davis.
Because the matchup is sweet. I'm giving Mike Davis another chance. I'm giving Duke Johnson another chance. Joseph says
one more chance.
Duke Johnson or Salvon Ahmed. I'm going with Duke Johnson.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened last game, to be honest. I think he got like 95% of the snaps. He got no work in the pass game. It was a complete shocker to me. I don't think it's going to happen 2 weeks in a row.
No.
Is getting Mike Davis a better play this week than, let's say, a Duke Johnson?
It's like the same questions, but yeah.
That's how it typically goes. But
I would rather have Mike Davis than Duke Johnson this week.
Duke Johnson's going against the Patriots.
Yeah.
And
I feel like the Patriots will figure out a way to shut him down. Shut down that run game.
Now, Teddy Bridgewater is probably not going to play, by the way.
Oh, okay. That's good news.
But
good news.
Yeah, it's hard. Yeah, I think you got to go with Mike Davis.
Yeah.
On this one. I think my rankings, I'm bringing up my rankings here. I just posted them today. I'm pretty sure I got Mike Davis ahead of Duke Johnson. Let me just double check here. I'm bringing it up for you guys, by the way. I got Mike Davis at 7, ahead of James Robinson, ahead of Josh Jacobs, ahead of Nick Chubb. Wow, ahead of Duke Johnson, and yeah, I have some faith in Mike Davis.
Me too.
Washington plays against the Bengals.
Yep.
So, one more: Bucks, Browns, or Ravens D. So the Bucks are going up against the Rams, Mike. Browns are going up against the Eagles, and Ravens are going up against the Titans.
Browns for me.
Yeah, I'm going Browns as well as a sneaky start.
Yeah, I think Myles Garrett's just going to have a day against Wentz. Wentz can be running for his life back there, and he's known to throw to, really. So it's going to be a long day for him.
It's a risky defense, but like this week, I think that's the best. I think that has the most upside, and I'd go with that.
It's a contrarian pick.
Do you like Calvin Ridley this week? Says the Amar. I like him every week. He's active. Healthy. Yeah, you know, and that's it.
If he's playing, I'm starting him. That's all I need.
Yeah, same. I got the same thing with Lockett today, and I'm like, look, I don't care about your guys' theories. I'm starting Lockett. Like,
what about Swift? I'm worried about him.
He's not gonna play.
Swift. He's not.
Yeah, he's I'd say doubtful to play. Yeah, I don't think he's gonna clear concussion protocol. So people are picking up Adrian Peterson right now.
Good, you do that. Start him if you want.
I looked at my opponent. My opponent has Swift, and then I went to go pick up Carry-On, but I noticed that he's got a lot of wide receivers that I'd rather play over Carry-On, and so I just left him there. So I was like, I hope you pick up Carry-On and play him, because I'm rather afraid of him starting a wide receiver who's going to get a lot of PPR points. Now you're like scarily close to the camera, so let me. It's so much that I had to stop and say something. So where? There we go. Okay, I fixed you. Now you can lean in. There you go. It was like bad. Yes, the rankings are posted, fantasycouch.com. I did not do a rankings video. I wasn't feeling well. I'm still not, but, you know, I'm going to show up. I'm going to suit up for game time, and I'm ready to go. I am limited, though, so just keep that in mind. Oh, okay. Who would you play, Amari Cooper over Robert Woods or Justin Jefferson? Yeah,
No.
I actually have
Oh, Robert Woods. Yeah.
Amari Cooper ranked ahead of both those guys.
What? Ahead of Justin Jefferson?
Yeah, well, like I
I
said,
would
with
never.
the Vikings, it's all about the game script and what's going on. And I said that last week, and it was proven again on the Bears. They couldn't run the ball, so what did they do? They threw their two guys, the two wide receivers, Thielen and Justin Jefferson.
I
Now,
think Jefferson's talented though to bench like now moving forward after what he did. You don't think so?
I mean, he's also had 4-point games. It's not like I said, man. We had the same conversation. It's not about talent. It's about, do you think the Vikings D will do enough? And Dalvin Cook would be great. Don't you have Dalvin Cook as like a top 4 MVP? You don't think Dalvin Cook could take on the Cowboys?
I don't think they would. I don't think they should risk him being hurt against the Cowboys. They should try to just win it with like as less amount
Well,
of
that's
Cook as
not
possible.
within the realm of reality. They're gonna run him. They're gonna try to win. They're 4-5. This isn't week 15 or 16 where they're locked. They have a bye week locked up. So they're gonna
I
run
would just be
Cook.
careful. I don't want to run him. I wouldn't run him into the ground. I would try to at least mix in a little more Madison this week if possible.
Well,
But yeah, that's
yeah, we just keep seeing the difference between Madison and Dalvin Cook. It's becoming more and more apparent. It's night and day. They're gonna run Dalvin Cook. It's Coach Zimmer, not Coach Mattal, in the realm of reality. Now, in the fourth quarter, if there's a huge lead, yeah, they'll probably end up doing that. But by then, it's already too late, and they're not throwing to Justin Jefferson. So I'll start Amari Cooper. Dalton's back in. Cooper should be okay. And I feel like it's less risky, to be quite frank, because the Rams, they screw us every week in fantasy. You don't know who they're going to throw to. And Justin Jefferson, yeah, he's pretty much one of the best wide receivers in the league right now. He's really good, but it's more of a Dalvin Cook show. So I'd go with Cooper. Now, Woods or Jefferson? I'd probably go with Jefferson.
Woods
Yeah.
is terrible start this week.
Yeah. Woods is the type of guy, he'll go off, but I'll bench him, like, for sure. I don't. How would you ever predict when Woods is going to do well?
You can't.
You can't.
Like
It's
predicting
impossible.
if Cubs gonna do well.
Predicting what?
I said that's like predicting if Cooper Cup will do well.
Yeah, and he's worse than Cup. So it's like, geez, yeah, I'd bench Woods. Start Cooper for sure. And at least one thing me and Mike agree on was to bench Woods out of those three guys. Why do you do this at midnight? Well, yeah, someone answered that question for you, bud. First of all, we're on the West Coast. We're in California. So it's only 9 p.m. here. Couch, who do I start? PPR, pick 2. Justin Jefferson, Hunt,
That guy again.
Robinson, McKissick, or Balaj. So you got to start Kareem Hunt, right?
Yeah, and McKissick, I would say, or no.
Well, I got James Robinson ranked high. I don't know.
I don't know, man.
That's
I
a
don't
tough
know.
one. I would, yeah, so start Hunt, and then it's between Robinson and McKissick. But
Okay.
I'm going to go with James Robinson, as long as he's healthy.
Safe.
Adolfo says start 2. Fulgham, Crowder, Amari Cooper, Cup, Hopkins sucked tonight. I'm going back to I'd rather start Travis Fulgham over Jameis and Crowder.
Mm-hmm.
And we just talked about the Rams. You don't know who's going to do good. So I'd start Fulgham and Amari Cooper.
Yeah. I would go Cooper, and who was the other one? There was another one.
Crowder, Fulgham, Cup.
I guess Fulgham. Yeah, I'll just agree.
Fulgham
like
got
the
shut
other
down by James Bradbury last week, and I knew that would happen. And people overreacted.
Yeah.
Hawkinson or Henry?
Henry.
Gosh, I have Henry ranked higher than Hawkinson. I guess you got to go with the rankings. Antonio Gibson missing from rankings. No, I think I ranked him low. I have him ranked 19. I have Antonio Gibson ranked 19 and J.D. McKissick 18. And I'm going to leave it there. Against the Bengals. I'm going to leave it there. They're going to make them throw the ball. Would you trade Mostert and Robbie Anderson for Chris Godwin? No. Keep Mostert.
Nah.
Mostert alone is better than any of this thing that I'm not calculating right now. I'm not doing the trade calculation in my head. I heard Mostert. I'm like, well, that's the side you want to be on.
Yeah.
Gosh, you got Godwin and Robbie Anderson, who's similar, which is like there's a bunch of wide receivers on that team, and like Antonio Brown really screwed things up for Buccaneers fantasy, like
for sure,
because he's really good.
Always screwing things up.
He's really good, and Evans and Godwin are both really good too, and Gronk is good. Fournette's not, by the way, guys. Oh.
Hot take alert.
We're back to that again. Fournette sucks again, guys. Thoughts on Cam this week? Low end QB1. Godwin or Patrick or Pirine? Just go with Godwin so we all don't throw up in our mouths right now. Dobbins or Pirine rest of the season?
I don't even know.
Well, me personally, I'd go with the team that's not tanking.
Yeah, Dobbins.
Trust me on that. Just go Dobbins. Mark Ingram will probably get hurt again. Yeah. And Dobbins will let you down. But still better than rolling with the tanking Jets.
Yeah.
Naaman says, would you trade James Robinson and Justin Jefferson for Derrick Henry?
No.
Mike says no. That's a tough one because Justin Jefferson pretty good. I think the Jags and James Robinson lost their steam. I think they're done. I would do it just to get a stud running back in Henry. It's not as obvious. See, Naaman? Naaman thought that was obvious. Yes. No, I think it's worth considering. But I like the quality running back. If I get an upgrade at running back, I'm doing it. Because hopefully you can sometimes still get waiver wire pickups. Like Travis Fulgham was dropped in one of my 12-team leagues. And I'd be willing to pick him up and start him this week at flex. Kyler says his shoulder is fine. That's great. Swaggy says, could I get Woods or decent wide receiver 2 in a trade if I give up Clyde and CeeDee Lamb?
No, it's too much.
See, these are the type of questions that ruin the podcast. I mean, I've already ruined the podcast episode. You just put the nail in the coffin with a question like that. Delete it. Pretend it never happened. See, this is the type of stuff that's gonna cause this whole brand to go kerplunk. Asking questions like that. Can I get? Why would you want Robert Woods? Why would you?
Is that a troll question?
Nah, I'd give this a 98.9% chance that this guy's for reals.
Wow, that just shows how bad CEH's value drops this year.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire is gonna ball out this week.
You better.
So much that even Le'Veon Bell's gonna do okay. Wow. In case you guys haven't heard, almost all the Raiders defense is on that special reserve list. Some will be able to clear. Gosh, somebody help me out here. I think some will be able to clear either Friday or Saturday, and some maybe Sunday. It's that bad to where they're not practicing at all this week. I think Raiders players are getting fined. And, I mean, it's it's already hard when Raiders suck. So it's already Raiders defense, at least. They're not good. It's going to be already hard to defend Mahomes and the Chiefs. A pissed off Mahomes and the Chiefs. And now it's like, hey, defense, you guys can't even practice this week.
It's going to be bad.
It's going to be awful. So watch out. Make way for Clyde. Sue Shane says, Control Alt Delete that that comment. Oh, he's back. Should I read what this guy said? Okay, he says, I have Chubb, Carson, Chubb. Okay, I'm done. See, look, you said Chubb twice. Oh, you're so canned. You're canned. My God, just cancel your. People can cancel themselves, right?
You just did.
Chris D'Elia yourself. Cancel yourself. Wow. Just go into. He's probably like in a cave, huh? Like in a little cavern.
Who's that? You Ari Shafir yourself right now.
What is he in, like a retreat?
No, he just canceled himself basically.
He did something bad?
You'll find out.
But yeah, it's just say yeah, basically.
Yeah. He ruined his career.
Oh, and he knew it was done, so he canceled. He hit the cancel button on himself.
Canceled, like he did it to himself, but the public canceled him. He didn't want to be canceled, but he canceled himself.
Dang. People saying the podcast is finally good now. They're saying the episode has turned around.
Nice.
Let's turn for the good. Are you guys high on Mike Davis since Bridgewater? I'm high on Mike Davis regardless. Bridgewater being out is not going to help Mike Davis at all. Sure. So, this is how theoretically it works. So Teddy Bridgewater's out. Theoretically, they lean more on the running back and the run game. Also, theoretically, run game efficiency goes down since the defense. Look, if Ryan from this chat is able to figure that out, so will an NFL defense, right? And be able to stack the box or do what they got to do. Or just don't respect, the deep passes as much. Now, we're going to see PJ Walker, who, should we call XFL standout, XFL star? PJ Walker. So,
Fair.
Should be fun. Jonnu Smith, I think this is a good one. Jonnu Smith or Logan Thomas? Wow, what a close one, huh?
I will go Logan.
I got Jonnu ranked 3 spots ahead of Logan, so I'm just going to use my rankings, but it is close. Logan could be safer.
Yeah,
I'd say when Jonnu's might get 0 to 2 catches. Greg Olson has a torn fascia, says toast. That's not good. This is he's a mod. He's a couch captain, so he wouldn't lie. That sucks. Wow. Sounds like he's done for the season, right? Whatever that injury is. Right, Mike?
For sure, he's done.
Greg Olson's done.
Old and done.
Welcome to the booth. He'll probably do a better job than Jason Witten.
So I think there's a lot of potential there. He was a great rapper in college, everyone knows. So that should be helpful.
Smooth transition to the booth. Just take over Jason Witten's spot. Anybody take over that spot. He was so garbage.
Whatever happened to him, though? Did he play this year or
He's on the Raiders.
On the Raiders? I didn't know.
You didn't even know? He averages 0.7 catches a game.
How did I miss that? That's crazy.
I can't believe you don't know he's on the Raiders.
Someone has him in Dynasty.
Bro, he's doing whatever he can to not be in the booth. It was so embarrassing. But he was so horrible. I will criticize him a lot for his booth. I don't understand how you could fail that bad. You were awful, and everyone hated you.
Loud people in the interviews, though, so that's weird. Some people just do good at interviews, you know?
Yeah.
But then when bright lights, they just can't.
Yeah, he couldn't hang. And the way he talked, he thought he could hang.
Yeah, he thought he would be able to, but he got a deer in the headlights once the camera was rolling.
He was like, I'm gonna just insert these Tony Romo lines because my old teammate can do it, and so he tried to do that, and it didn't work. He just sucked. What are your guys' thoughts on AJ Brown? Look, I'm still gonna start him in a 12-team league, but I lost my trust in him. I think the Titans will move the ball, but I don't know if it's gonna be through AJ Brown every week. It's a tough thing to trust him. This is where you say your comments on AJ Brown, Mike.
Well, I haven't really been following him a lot this season.
He did one bad. He had one bad game, a disappointing game this past week.
Okay. Well, I just think, his talent is so good that you have to start him, obviously, no matter what, and just take whatever he can give you. But he is going to be, perennial Pro Bowl wide receiver, in my opinion.
He's going against the Ravens this week. Tough matchup.
Yeah, that's a tough matchup. So, but, I mean, what are you going to do, bench him? You can't bench him.
Yeah, I'm not benching him.
Right? You can't.
I'll start him over Claypool probably, too.
Wow. That's a tough one, actually. That would be one I would have to think about. But I think that I would give the slight edge to him. But you know that Claypool scored 9 touchdowns this season? That's amazing.
We had 4 that one game.
Yeah, but I mean, he has a nose for the end zone, which is everything in fantasy. So, I mean, that might be the slight edge. But, I mean, I think that A.J. Brown right now is the more talented player right now.
I think Claypool is someone said he's wide receiver number 12. That might have been half PPR. I think Claypool right now is wide receiver 9 in standard and wide receiver 20 in full PPR. So 12 would be wide receiver 12 would be does sound right if it's half PPR. And so he's that good though. Like that's crazy. He's that good. At least
his target also gone up the past.
Oh yeah, he's obviously one of the big players in that the game plan every week. I mean, he's done. He was one of my favorite players. You know that coming into this year. I have him in both dynasty. Like I had to get him in both dynasty leagues, and he has completely surpassed what I thought he would be. I didn't know. I mean, he would be this good in the screen game. I didn't know. You're doing, Mike. You only can see your hat, bro. What are you doing?
Oh, sorry, I don't know.
It's ridiculous. I can't even talk. You look like a cartoon character or something.
I wasn't looking. I was reading a Claypool article.
Yeah, he's so good. Like he's completely surpassed what I thought because he's using the run game and the screen game. And he's amazing at it. And you know what? He's better than CeeDee Lamb. He's the best. Well, and then we got Justin Jefferson. I was going to say he's the best. Justin Jefferson's probably better rookie wide receiver than Claypool. 2 guys I really liked.
You know who he kind of reminds me of? Let me know if you think this is far-fetched, but he kind of reminds me of like Vernon Davis in his prime. Just like an explosive big athlete that if you get him the ball, he'll score like in space. You know what I mean?
He's better.
Who? Vernon
Claypool.
Davis?
Claypool's way better.
Debatable. But Vernon Davis had a, Pro Bowl caliber.
Vernon Davis had one great year and started out extremely slow. And had a lot of drops. And Claypool has only played a few games. And so you're cherry picking this over a decade, Vernon Davis's career. But Claypool's already, to me, showing better signs. Because if you compare the Vernon Davis got 13 touchdowns or something that one year. And he was amazing.
Peak Vernon, like that year.
Peak Vernon, yeah, that's okay. So if you compare him that year, Vernon was amazing. He was just on fire, So that's fair. But other than that, Vernon, Claypool, I think's much better and more versatile. Now, one thing that Vernon did well after, he got the captain tag and stuff, is he actually became a pretty good blocker. And he said he never liked blocking, but he ended up doing it very well. And that's why the Niners, and during that Super Bowl run, were a really good team and running the ball and everything because guys like Vernon Davis, Delaney Walker. they really helped out. Both can block and catch really well. Yes, Shane says, Couch, we knew he'd be this good. No, I didn't know he'd be this good. And I know, I loved Claypool, but he's shocked me. That's what happens with guys like Metcalf and Claypool. They get a good coach and a good quarterback, and they're on a good team, as they weren't in college. They were not. They didn't have a great offense and a smart, they didn't call the right plays. They didn't have a great QB. Now that Claypool has Big Ben and in a good offense, now that Metcalf has Russell Wilson and he's in a good offense, it's completely different. Now teams are like, well, why didn't I draft this guy? AKA the Packers. Imagine if the Packers drafted Justin Jefferson or Claypool. Like, what are you thinking, Doc? What are you thinking? What's weird? And when you say stuff, this woulda, coulda, shoulda game, it's really not fair usually, the hindsight game. But, I mean, if the Packers even got, like, Mooney from the Bears, who was winning, like, round 5. You know what I mean? Like, that's still a good opinion.
They got Ayuk. That would have been...
Ayuk would have been great because Matt LaFleur would have loved him.
They passed.
Right now, every rookie wide receiver is balling.
This was the one draft to get a wide receiver, and they just
look at Jerry Jeudy. He's great. He's gonna just continue to get better. Like, that's what's crazy about Jeudy. Like, look at all these rookie wide receivers are balling.
One who's not balling is like Henry Ruggs, but he's still talented. But
I mean, didn't everyone laugh when they picked? So, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, if Derek Carr's a quarterback, then yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's Derek, like. This is exactly what I expected out of Ruggs, and he's gonna he's still not like a scrub. Like, he's gonna develop. He's gonna be better, and he can take the top off the defense and help that team. He's helping that team out. That team's way better when he's in the lineup versus not. So
yeah, that's true. He's kind of injury prone a little bit, but we'll see.
Richard, this is an easy question, Richard, for me. Do you think Dante Johnson or Claypool will have more TDs by the end of the season? I think Claypool's the TD guy. I think Dante's the quick guy. Dante's very talented, but he's a small, quick guy. 2021 free agent wide receiver class is loaded. I'm stay pretty good shot Packers end up with nobody. And Mike, do you know if you put command and plus when you're on the internet, it makes it bigger?
Oh, cool.
This way you don't have to. This is how you look.
That's good. I like to keep the audience on their toes,
I can't even talk because I'm looking at it's like I'm looking at a Sesame Street character. So you're like this.
Well, you actually zoomed in.
Huh?
So you zoomed in the camera though. So for me it looks normal, but you zoomed it right.
No. The live stream is different. The live.
Yeah.
I'm not even looking at our video chat. No one's seen our video chat.
Oh, okay. That makes sense.
I have you cropped in a nice, good little thing. Yeah.
Got it.
And so right now it looks perfect. The shot is perfect. Me and you, we look like we can almost be in the same room now. It looks because it's cropped so beautiful. And then you go like this, I can only see your hat.
Got you. Okay, that makes sense.
It looks ridiculous. One compliment about your hat. That's a nice hat, though, Mike.
Travis Matthews for all the golfers out there. Shout out to all the golfers.
This guy loves it.
Yeah, he knows quality. That guy, whoever you are, Travis Matthews, best golf apparel in the game.
What do you think about Cooper Kupp this week? This is really a coin toss. Never know what you're going to get out of him, Sebastian. Phil, A.J. Brown or T. Higgins this week? I'm ranking T. Higgins one spot ahead.
Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with T. Higgins.
Yeah, because you got Derrick Henry, who always does well. And then you got other Corey Davis, Jonnu Smith, Anthony Frickser, and Adam Humphries is back this week.
Yeah, that should be good.
Richard says, I need help from the kicker whisperer. Should I start Sanders or Koo. You got to go with the most accurate kicker right now and go with Jason Sanders. Don't doubt it. Younghoe Koo is good though. I got him. I think he's my number 8. These are my rank. My rankings are on fantasycouch.com, by the way, guys. Let me write it. I mean, do I have to write it? Like, someone already forgot our website. Like, it's not that hard. fantasycouch.com.
Pretty straightforward.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Younghoe Koo is number 8. Jason Sanders is number 5. T. Higgins is a must start wide receiver for me, honestly. Yeah, how do you bench that guy? He's just AJ Green has just become this forgotten. He's just a nobody now.
He's like a mascot for them now.
Imagine being the number 3 option on the Bengals. That's what he is.
Sad times for AJ Green fans.
Blankenship good this week, or look for someone else? Blankenship is good. I ranked him number 9, but these guys are better. My number 1 sleeper kicker this week is going to be Dan Bailey of the Vikings. I think he can go off. Dan Bailey going against the Cowboys in a dome, at home, heavy favorites, lots of extra points, lots of field goals. To me, this is a Dalvin Cook, Vikings D, Dan Bailey type of game. Speaking of rookie wide receivers, how do you feel about Pittman Jr.? I've always been a hater, Michael Pittman. I never thought, he was worth it in redraft. Just thought there were better options in Dynasty, but I was very impressed by his last game. And I recognized, just from one game, that I was wrong. And I like how they use him in multiple ways. Whenever, just like Claypool, whenever you see CeeDee Lamb as well, it's like whenever you see a team finding ways, manufacturing ways to use a guy, that tells me a lot. They're like, this guy's, we got to find a way to give him the ball, And that's why I really like those guys. Same thing with Debo and Ayuk. They're going to find ways to give him the ball, whether it's a run play, a screen, a gadget play, and then they can be a traditional wide receiver as well. So, yeah, man, I think Michael Pittman, lots of upside. And there is a lot of wide receivers in the C, though. It's the deepest position in all of fantasy. So there is that. But Colts never could find a wide receiver. They haven't found a wide receiver in so long. When's the last wide receiver they got, Mike, other than Hilton?
Zach Pascal.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So they had Moncrief.
Dante Moncrief.
Philip Dorsett.
Yeah.
No, he sucked.
I
He's
know,
garbage. But that's what I'm like telling. That's what Philip Dorsett.
Yeah, pretty bad actually. Now that I think about it,
It's been since that Peyton Manning era. Pierre Garçon when he went to Washington.
Oh, Pierre Garçon, yeah.
But that was with Peyton Manning. That's so long ago.
Right.
When Peyton Manning was in a Colts uniform and actually playing, that's ages ago. That's a different era. Like, it's been so long.
Mm-hmm.
That's been so long. I mean, that's before Andrew Luck was drafted, obviously, because that's why they drafted Andrew Luck. And that dude's retired. That's how long ago it was. Wow. Basically when Andrew Luck was a freshman in college, or he was in high school. That's the last time. And their drafting really ruined Andrew Luck's career. If they draft Dontrell Inman, there you go. Yeah, I mean this guy Dontrell Inman was starting for the Colts. Like they really hadn't. So that's also, I'm a big believer in opportunity. Everything factors in: talent, quarterback, system, O-line, everything. Who do they throw? Like I look at the Washington team, they throw to the running back a lot. It matters. The Jets, they throw only to the wide receiver, probably because they're tanking. But facts are facts. The Jets never throw to the tight end or running back. They always throw to those 3 wide receivers starting. So any of those 3 Jets wide receivers could be a sleeper start any given week. Yeah, they really haven't. And my point wasn't to bring up the Colts sucking. My point was to bring up that Michael Pittman has a wide open opportunity to be the number 1 wide receiver there for years. Who's the guy that people go Paris Campbell? That dude hasn't been able to stay healthy. How old is T.Y. Hilton? 30? 29? 31?
Gotta be 30.
T.Y. Hilton age
33.
31.
31.
Damn. November 4. He just turned 31.
Ooh, old.
So, yeah, I like Pittman in Dynasty. You know, in redraft, it's really not a big deal with Phillip Rivers throwing the ball. Yeah, and they spread it a lot. I still can't believe Arizona took Isabella before Metcalf. It's just crazy. Honestly, I wouldn't even known that if you didn't say that. I don't even remember that. But I did make a video about Metcalf, and I was a big believer in him. He exceeded my expectations, but yeah, all those wide receivers that went before. I mean, what about the Patriots? They drafted N'Keal Harry before DK Metcalf. I mean, N'Keal Harry, first round. Like, are you crazy? Well, Dak, of course, those are the, and I was dumb for not mentioning them. Reggie Wayne and Marvin Harrison, of course, that was the duo. But now we're talking about like ages ago. We're talking about a young Peyton Manning now. And Peyton Manning's now, 40 years old doing State Farm commercials now. So, been retired. So it's a different age, man. Oh yeah, Reggie Wayne was amazing, and then right before him, Marvin Harrison. Those two were teammates for a while. You had Gonzo, Anthony Gonzalez there for a little bit, but I liked Pierre Garçon too. He had 1 or 2 good years on the Colts, and then he had 1 good year on Washington with RG3. That was a great year for him. Any thoughts on Rudolph versus Irv Smith? I don't know if that's a really good topic to talk about. I think it's boring. No, I know this guy. He's more of a dynasty, type of guy. But Irv Smith could break out, right? How old is Kyle Rudolph? Same exact age as T.Y. Hilton? Kyle Rudolph. Yeah, he is. And they're both, oh my God. Their birthdays are 5 days apart. You don't find this exciting, Mike?
No.
Kyle Rudolph and T.Y. Hilton are 5 days apart in age.
That's crazy.
So Irv Smith, he was on the upward trend and he got hurt. So, Irv Smith can really take over and be talented. Whatever happened to John Ross? Does he even play anymore? They did some kind of like fake IR injury for him, and he's pissed off and he wanted to get traded, but now he's on IR. But he says he's healthy. So hope Henry Ruggs doesn't wind up like him. JJ Arcega-Whiteside got drafted before DK Metcalf.
What? That's crazy.
That is insane. 6th string wide receiver on the Eagles.
That's terrible.
You know what's funny?
Fired.
In all my dynasty circles, nobody liked JJ Arcega-Whiteside's talent. Like, they're like, all right, he's gonna get opportunities, because where he was drafted and the situation. No one was like, oh my God, like, this guy's going to be a stud. He's my favorite college wide receiver. Everyone was like, he sucks, but the Eagles drafted him, so this is where I take him because he's going to get lots of opportunities. Turns out he does suck, and he's getting 0 opportunities. God, the Eagles, every wide receiver gets injured for the Eagles, and they still try not to play Arcega-Whiteside. They do everything to not play JJAW.
They're like, where's Deshaun? Is he still We
Bro,
good?
they took that player from the Cardinals and Hakeem Butler and made him a tight end. I mean,
Wow.
you know, you see Richard Rodgers out there playing receiver over JJ Arcega-Whiteside. Like, they hate that guy. Um, that's it. I guess that's it. We're gonna end it there. Tomorrow, DFS videos, Patreon only live stream. Link below in the description. Patreon, you get lots of cool perks. So check it out. I think that's it. Any words of wisdom before we end it? What do you got to tell the folks? It's week 11.
I think you guys should go with your gut instinct. Believe in who got you here. Don't get cute, which is something I wrote about in today's start sit. But just stick with what got you here, basically, because your gut instinct will never lead you wrong.
Well, there you have it, folks. Trust your gut. And we're out of here. Peace.